Hello, this is Abraham Klein from the Salzburg News, and today we're here with David Pizer, who is a member of the Salzburg Library Board, and he's here today to talk to us about art in the Salzburg Library. So, David, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, about myself, I'm a retired individual. I'm 68 years old. I have been with art all my life. Actually, it started back when my kids were kids. I would draw, well, even before that, back in high school. Well, the other guys were doing their doodles and their artwork of hot rods and cars. I was doing female figures and just my rendition of what I felt about art. And it just evolved, and then I started into cartoon characters for my kids, and for a number of years I did that, and then it kind of moved on, and then my grandkids came along. That's where it really evolved, when the grandkids came along, and they were much more involved with me. They wanted to observe how I did it, what I did, and just the little intricacies of how I did things, and they enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed them being with me very much. Back then I was traveling around after work on weekends to different art shows and different community functions of whatever was going on. I had tried Canal Days a couple of times, but because of my work I just didn't have the time. But whenever I did these things, my grandkids were always with me, and again, I enjoyed that ever so much.
All right. Did you have training in art?
No training whatsoever. I attribute it to my grandmother. She was Irish,
Okay.
a creative Irish background. I am a storyteller, Abraham. My wife tells me quite often that I'm a borderline liar, but no, I'm just an Irish guy that likes to tell stories.
Right. Okay. And of course, aside from liking to do art, you also like to be on the Salzburg board. How did that come about that you got involved with that?
Whenever we were over at the elementary school, again, even before that, my mother, years ago, when the library itself owned an old home that was donated to the library from an elderly gentleman. That we're probably talking 40, 50 years ago. My mom was on the library board, and I always admired that. In fact, my mother, she took me from, there are two individuals that took me from being just a non-reader. My mother said to me one day, "David, you should read this book. I think you would like this." And it really started from there. And on the other side, working for a cab tractor, you have to constantly read and understand very technical information. So at that point, I just became an avid reader, and I'm never without, at my bedside or wherever, without maybe 3 to 4 books going at one time. I just enjoy reading. Magazines, newspapers, whatever.
All right. So about what time, when exactly did you become a member and started becoming active with the
I would
board?
say about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
Yes.
And was art in your mind? You wanted to get art involved with the library?
Whenever I saw where we were moving from across the river at the old elementary school to this facility here in Salzburg through the Bora, we have a 25-year agreement with the Bora on this building. They are very, very good to us. It's a huge give back to the community. It's a huge give back from the Bora itself. We have Kathy Muir, which is a Borough council person on the library board. And whenever I first came in here, and I thought, oh, this is a beautiful place with the walls, and it's great for showing art. I said to them, let's intermix this. Let's take it from not only books, let's make it multifunctional. We haven't attained everything that I would like to see, but we're working on it, Abraham.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Tell us a little bit about how you think that having the art displayed complements if I could say, the surroundings, the atmosphere of the library.
Well, obviously, a book of any kind is a conveyance of information. It will draw, you will either draw something from that book, or you will take that information and go elsewhere with it. It just, along with the art that is in the library, it draws different emotions, different thoughts. I especially love the kids when they do their walk around, run around in here, and they look at the art and they just make different comments. You know, I like this or I like that. Well, I never asked them, you know, why do you like it? It's just the fact that you do like it or you don't like it, and they also make those comments. You know, it's a good way to bring out an emotion or a thought out of a person.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the art that is on display here. You were telling me prior that there are different types. You said some is painted on aluminum and other things are.
Yes, in the gallery, throughout the years, I've used many mediums to do my artwork on canvas, on wood. Lately, within the past 5 years, I have been utilizing the aluminum. The aluminum for me is very receptive. What I will do an abrasive disc on top of the aluminum, trying to envision the image that I'm going to put on it. And at that point, it reflects that changes in either in body or facial, or it just totally changes it. This particular image was done for a man had given me the mission that he wanted the aluminum with his wife's image on it. And whenever he showed me the photograph of his wife, I instantly thought of Wonder Woman. You know, actually, it was more than a photograph of his wife. It was the family, and it was at a graduation. And I could just, there again, just looking at that creative end, that she was the force behind the family. You know, and I totally related to that.
Okay.
But I do a lot of machinery pictures. I do a lot of I had taken I don't know if you have ever seen the part of the image in the Sistine Chapel, the creation of Adam, where God is reaching to man or man is reaching to God. Just the two arms, and they're almost touching. I had done this on aluminum, and it came out so well. I've done this rendition many times. It was purchased through many people, and it just a great inspirational image. You know, there again, not canvas, it's a me thing. It's what I do.
Okay, and how is the West Penn Trail involved with the artwork that's going on?
I had seen that the West Penn Trail was going to have an art juried show over at the Latrobe Art Gallery. And I made 2 submissions. One was in wood, one was in aluminum. And at that point, through several individuals, they only had the window of opportunity to show at the Latrobe Art Center for a month or just a little bit more. And at that point, they had to move on. So at that point, I thought, well, seeing that if you have nowhere to go, why not come to our library? You know, we have a lot of foot traffic coming and going. Our numbers, are increasing every month, with children's and different patrons and whatever. And I just thought that, and again, here at the library, the West Penn Trail Association has a number of photographs taken from the West Penn Trail, beautiful photographs. There's some artwork, there's some watercolor paintings, all of these images, as well as anything in the Hometown Gallery, are available for purchase. So I think that the community really needs, and through this particular video, I'm hoping that things happen. Things have been going slow, especially in terms of getting people interested in art. We've had a number of art classes here, and it's just really tough going.
All right. And perhaps those out there who may be the more artsy type who maybe would like to put their art on display or for sale here,
That would be
how can they do that?
they can either contact one of the girls at the front desk, one of the librarians, or my card is out front. I'm easily contacted. I would very much love to see this happen.
Okay,
Other artists, other renditions of art, just anything that they think that they would like to show. I would like to do this.
And what's a good phone number to reach you guys at?
The library phone number, Abraham, I can't give you that offhand. Okay, for any reason that you might want to contact the library, either for reading purposes or for the hometown gallery, the number is 724-541-2133.
Okay, thank you very much. And
you.
as you know, the library is open. Was it 3 days a week now?
Actually, the numbers really change, Abraham. The girls are pretty much always in here. Just stop in for a brochure and we can help you out with the hours of open, and we'll make all that happen for you.
Okay, thank you very much. This has been Abraham Klein with the Salzburg News. We thank you for watching, and we hope that you would like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. Definitely share the snot out of this video if you could. And you have a wonderful day. Thank you.